morning and welcome everybody. Welcome to all of the virtual visitors out there for day 3 of NAMPO Virtual 2020. It's a great honor to be here, and wherever you may be, hopefully everything is looking up for you. Today we have some wonderful topics to cover from the AFGRI stand, and it's with the utmost pleasure for me to welcome my esteemed colleague, Mr. Gerard, as we like to call him, Dampies Mattia, to the conversation on the topic of apprenticeships for 2021. So first of all, let's just have a quick look of who AFGRI Equipment is and who we are. So AFGRI is essentially a leading agricultural services company. We are focused on the grain commodity growing areas in South Africa. But as of late, we've seen a lot of development into the regions of citrus, potatoes, onions, livestock, different facets of agricultural business. From an AFGRI Equipment perspective, what we do is we distribute and sell equipment, but I think the biggest part of our business is actually associated with the maintenance and the backup service that we deliver. And this is on a myriad of different world-class equipment, of which the biggest one is actually John Deere. So we would say that approximately 95% of our business is associated with John Deere. We have been John Deere dealers for the last 57 years, and we're looking to further that with 57 to 157 more. So the equipment that we support is obviously done through the large footprint that we have, and that is not just in South Africa, but we will show you a little bit more now.
One of the essential contributing factors to successful farming is quality equipment, and at AFGRI Equipment, we've got you covered. AFGRI Equipment is the preeminent agricultural and golf and turf equipment retailer in Sub-Saharan Africa and Western Australia. Because you place your trust and your capital in our equipment, we make sure that we maintain the high performance levels you need, no matter what, to keep you going on your farm. Equipment, parts, service. AFGRI Equipment, your partner for generations. In 1963, the then cooperative entered into an agency agreement with John Deere, which has since grown to be the single largest distributor of John Deere equipment in Southern Africa and Western Australia. This means we have been associated with John Deere for more than 50 years. We offer the world's leading equipment brands backed by a business model equal to the products we sell. Through a network of 40 strategically placed equipment branches, AFGRI Equipment supplies a wide range of equipment to primary producers in all agricultural sectors, from tractors, combines, TLBs and telehandlers, to wheeled loaders, planters, balers, sprayers and mowers. AFGRI Equipment is a leader in the field of precision agriculture, offering one-stop solutions for integrated technologies. Our skilled team will make the connection between your current farming operation and your farm of the future. We also supply John Deere ride-on lawnmowers and John Deere Gator utility vehicles for recreational use and wherever you need a good workhorse. AFGRI Equipment supplies a comprehensive range of golf course and commercial ground care equipment. At AFGRI Equipment, we pride ourselves on our excellent after-sales service. Our modern workshop facilities are well equipped to repair and service all of the equipment we sell. What's more, to ensure that you're up and running in no time, we also operate a large fleet of mobile service vehicles to service and repair your equipment on your farm. AFGRI Equipment has highly trained and motivated service personnel. We invest in their future and our service promise to you with a well-developed apprentice training program. Annually, our technicians take top honors in John Deere's Technician of the Year competition. No machine can function without a reliable supply of spare parts. We strive to make parts as accessible as possible with our internet-based parts ordering option available to customers. In a world of fast-paced technological development, you need a partner that understands your business environment and the complex operations that need to be maintained on your farm. Wherever you are in South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Ghana or Western Australia, you'll find an AFGRI Equipment branch to meet your needs. As an international supplier of mechanized equipment, our business is rooted in respectability and reliability. We're here to ensure your productivity and promise to keep on delivering new levels of innovation on your farm. 1,250 employees, more than 240 service vehicles, 285 qualified service technicians, 40 strategically placed branches worldwide. These figures are testament of our commitment to your success. And we're still expanding our service offering. Equipment, parts, service. AFGRI Equipment, your partner for generations.
So just regarding the apprenticeship journey, I think I'd hand over to my friend Mr. Dampis Mattia here to discuss what does the apprenticeship journey look like, and what can we kind of expect to see. Dampis, over to you.
Thank you, Etienne, and thank you for inviting me and having me here on the show. I just want to start off by saying to work on those machines is really a proud experience, and let me just introduce you then to the apprenticeship journey. We're talking about the 3-year program, and it is possible to make it a little bit quicker, but in our experience we feel that it takes you 3 years to develop that person to a qualified technician to be able to go and work on those machines. So in the first year, we throw that out in 3 years period. In the first year, he will come into the system when he qualifies through our interview system, and he will working in the workshop for the first 6 months to see for himself that he or she, this is what he wants to do in his life. So in that first 6 months, he's in a probational period that will give him the time to settle in, to see that is what I want to do in the rest of my life. And it gives the company also the privilege to see if he will fit in. So in the first 6 months, we're talking about the probational period that we both make that decision. Then after that, he will go to a training institute that is accredited, that will be able to teach him some basic skills, basic on hand skills, basic on tools, basic on how to work in a workplace. After the 12-week period, when he finishes that, he will go back to the workshop, work with a qualified technician that teaches him. him or her, the person, the apprentice. You will then go back to the training institute for a period of another 12 weeks that he will be teaches on fundamentals of service. That is the FOS that you will see on the screen. The FOS means then that you will be teach on machines, how an engine is working, how to fault find that, how to work on it. The same with transmissions, the differential, the hydraulics, the electronics on the tractor, the basics of that. Then he will come back to the workshop again, work with a qualified technician, get some more experience on what is really happening in our world. And then after that, he will go for a 4-week period to finalize in the third year. Go back to the training institute for the final period of teaching him on what we are doing. And then we'll be ready for a trade test after that. Now I'm talking about what is happening at the training institute on this 3 phases. But in the meantime, there's a lot of other training that we also do internally. We send the person to John Deere for some other training. And after we are finished with a person in his training program, he will be really high trained to work on those machines. Yeah, it took him about 3 years and then he will be able to qualify. Is there something else that you want to know from here, Etienne?
Yeah, so Dumpy, so just referring to the 85-week period, that seems quite long. It's 3 years from start to finish in this apprenticeship journey. Is there a way to finish it in a shorter term, or is that usually the required timing that we're looking at with the apprenticeships?
The 85-week period is talking about the time he needs to spend within a workplace. So let's call it, in our cases, the workshops. He needs to spend that 85 weeks, and that excluding the time he spends with the training institute. But I can promise you, it's very difficult to make it shorter. So I think when a person are interested into this, get into your head that it might take you 3 years to get to the point. But then you need to know that you are a highly qualified technician that are able to work on John Deere, and I still believe the world is open to you.
Thank you very much, Dumpis. I think if we move on to the apprenticeship and numbers, so it's not meant to be a deterrent or anything, but it is true that AFGRI equipment only takes the best of the best. We look at skills, aptitude, work ethic, and that's just to name a few. We believe and we do invest in our people to perform at their best levels. We believe that this is also a critical building block of our business to ensure that our people have that world-class ability. And it also allows for excellent succession planning. We upskill and empower employees to function at the highest degree of accountability. We also invest in our training and practical skills so that our personnel can do their jobs with confidence and precision. So this is kind of the numbers that we're looking at. You will see that there's a lot of people that do applications per year. Only 140 people usually come for a formal interview. As a basic, we see that about 32 apprentices get appointed each year that go through that process. And from start to finish, Dumpis, is it correct that if I'm saying that it's 18 to 22 people that complete the whole process at the end of that 3-year period? Just as a matter of fact and as a matter of interest, what's kind of the costs associated with this whole process? Because it seems like a lot of training.
Yeah, Etienne, it is a lot, and we invest really deep into those apprenticeship programs because it's very important for us to have the best of the best. And if I can make a number, and that I calculated a few years ago, like more than 5 years ago, and at that stage, we spent about more than 500,000 rand into one apprentice to go through this program. So we invest highly into this person, and we train people to stay with us and keep with us and work with us. So it is also important to realize that he will be contracted to this company. So the time it took him to qualify, he needs to work back for the company, and he will be contracted to that because of the lot of money we spend into this person.
Wonderful, thanks, Dumpy. So tell us a little bit more. What are the prerequisites? What do we need to kind of get past this first application? What do we need?
All right, we need to have a person that is 16 years and older because of the law, and then you saw in the video the equipment that we need to drive, the vehicles that we have for our technicians, and we need to drive that. So therefore, we have to have a driver's license. On the N2 qualification, I just want to explain that a little bit better, and that is about that you have to have maths, and that you get exemption for high maths in school or technical maths in school, matric, and then also into maths. So that is equivalent. Then the next subject, you need 4 subjects. The next subject is science. You need science in 2, or physical science in matric, or you get the technical maths. Now I can also explain this in the matter that if you don't have that, you are also welcome to apply, because with us we can also help you to get that. Although we will give preferences to the people that already have that. Then the next subject is technical drawings or IGO in school, matric. And then the other subject that we need is the subject of what is the name now? Diesel trade theory. That is the subject in N2. Unfortunately, you don't get that from school, but the technical subjects that you have in school will help you to easily get that subject with us then. Yeah.
Thanks, Dumpy. Yeah, so I guess that was the prerequisites, but the journey isn't over yet. So what happens after the prerequisites have been met? What's phase 2 basically in the application process? Take us through that a bit.
Yeah, we are doing the different way this year, so everybody needs to apply online, and there's a few questions that you have to answer. The people that will qualify in that manner, they will have a second round of tests that will start testing the persons, and from there we will get the best CVs. The best CVs we will use then for an interview invite. So we will invite the people for the interview, and we want the person to have the whole day open for the interview, because half of the day he will write an aptitude test. Again, we want the best from the best, and therefore we want to see if the guy or if the person is in our line. He doesn't just want a job. He wants this as a career, because it's important for us to have people with us that have got the same feeling for this job. Then we will have a interview with a person, a virtual interview, asking him a few questions to see what is he's about, and then after that he will write another 20-minute test that we can just decide from there what is his knowledge about the product, if he has got any. And then the 6 months period I already talked about, and then after that he will be contracted employee with us. We're talking about permanent, but it is a contracted employment, and the contract stated that it is 4 years. And that is also important to know that you have to qualify within 4 years. We do not make use of any cheap labor. We employ you as an apprentice. If you don't qualify within 4 years, unfortunately, you're out of here. You have to qualify within 4 years, and then you start with your qualification. Then after the 6 months period, we also register you as an apprentice with the AFGRI. That is the institute that we're working with, and then the contract. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dampis. Yeah, it seems like a long road to get to the employment stage, but it's like you said, you know, we are and we have to test the aptitude. Really important to get the guys through the process and make sure that we get the right guys in the company. So from our side, there's a link that I put in the chat bar. So that's the link to the application if you want to click that. We are going to be making a recording of this session, which we will post and share via our social media platforms, which is obviously from Facebook and Instagram perspective. We will have a post on LinkedIn as well. And yeah, have a look at our website, www.afgreequipment.co.za. We will have it on there as well. So we're going to give a little bit of an opportunity for a Q&A session. If there are any questions, we'll give it a couple of minutes so that anybody can think about a question, and then I will answer it. If you could just raise your hand, I'll answer the questions or give it over to my colleague, Dampis Mattia. Right. See, there's one comment coming through. We're just waiting for that comment to be loaded up onto the chat. Okay, maybe we'll handle it now. Let me play a little video then. Okay, I see there's a comment coming through. It just says unknown users. I'm not sure who that is. But the question is, please give us some more information about the employment contract of the apprentices, medical, pensions, etc. Dampis, do you care to answer?
I will be able, because we are working in a environment where we're working with machines. We will have a pension, or not a pension, a medical on this person. So he will have a medical, but unfortunately, in the contract phase, he will not have any pension at this stage.
Okay, so as I understand it, Dampis, it's just for that first 3 years. The pension is not really applicable. It's after the permanent contract's been done with the person, then there's a pensionable salary partition that goes to your pension funds. Correct? Or
100% correct, Etienne. It is just for that 3 years period when he is still when he qualifies, he will go to the pension fund.
Okay, so I see there's a question from Kotso that came through. Hi, what are the chances of not having the N2 but to have a university qualification in management? Okay, so from a different perspective, in terms of a university qualification, we're probably going to have to see what kind of university subjects have been passed, or what is that requirement, Dampis? We still do need that diesel trade theory qualification, that N2 qualification, correct?
We definitely need the N2 qualification for maths. If for math science, IGO or drawings and diesel trade theory. If the qualification in the university is higher than the N2 qualification, it will be able to accept that. I will when I receive it, I will clarify that with the AFGRI.
Wonderful. Okay. I see there's another comment coming through. We'll have some chance to answer it because I think we're going to hang around a little bit. Okay, so there's a question coming through now. It says, when will the interviews take place? Will it be able to change according to the new school examination dates?
All right. I can answer that as well. The closing date for the invites or the apprenticeship applications closes the 15th of October. So we set that date for every year, and we closes at 15 October. So after that, the matric will not have the final exam results yet, but we will take in, if they want to apply, they can put in the, what is that previous exam? They can put that previous exam results in, and that is undergoing the fact that he needs to pass matric. If we employed him, he is still able to qualify, but he will have to come. He passes. That's the word I'm looking for. Passes his matric. Sorry.
Yeah, so I think you're referring to the, I know in the old days it was referred to as a record examens, or yeah, so it's the preliminary matric results. Yeah. I think that's what we're referring to, yeah. Okay, so I see there's not a lot of questions that are coming through anymore. You are more than welcome. I'm going to put up our email address. If there are questions, you can just send it in. If you're viewing this on YouTube, please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell at the bottom. Also check out our link in the bio or description for the application. So until next time, thank you very much.